So this is drawing for communication, and just wanted to begin with some basics and reintroduce you to some old friends. If you have become used to the mouse, I want to get you reacquainted with the pencil. This is the primary tool for this class, and you can use a graphite pencil, a carbon pencil, or a compressed charcoal pencil. And each one of those types of media come in different grades. They're basically set up so that there's an H, and then there's a B and a 2B and a 4B and a 6B, and then there's a 2H, a 4H, and a 6H on the other side. So the higher the lead on the B side, the softer the lead. The more robust, the darker you're going to be able to work with the medium. The higher the number on the H side, the lighter the lead is, the harder it is. And just to compare the idea here, this is a 7B graphite drawing pencil, and we'll just lay down a bit of tone here. And so that's got a fairly dark presence to it. If we go to a 2B, which is your standard school pencil, yellow pencils are usually 2B, they're not as soft. And so the resulting color is more of a gray than it is toward black. So this is the 2B, that's the 7B, so this is softer than this. Then if we look at an H, there'll be quite a difference. And you also notice perhaps that there's a textural difference. The H is a little smoother, a little finer grained. The lead is much harder. And a 2H is even lighter. Charcoal pencil and carbon is similar to charcoal in terms of density. We'll just compare charcoal. This is a 4B charcoal pencil. And you can see it gets almost black. So those are your basic additive dry media that we'll be working with in this class mostly. There are also markers, and of course they come in a variety of options as well. You have your wedge point. Looks kind of like a chisel, and you can use this broadly or the other direction and make a slightly finer line, and they can be fairly expressive as well. Your standard Sharpie type bullet point marker makes a fairly consistent line on the point, and then going on the side it makes a thicker line. And again, felt tip markers can be fairly expressive. And then also Sharpie makes a fine point line, and so any felt tip marker that is a fine point will be suitable. And of course, obviously you can get real thin lines, sketching, so forth. So markers and pencils. Obviously you'll need a pencil sharpener of some sort. This is basically your standard, very portable, double barrel, hand-driven pencil sharpener. I use this one most of the time. It goes with me very easily wherever I go. If you prefer to use a lead pointer type of pencil, thusly the technical pencil idea, they come in a variety of options in terms of weight of lead and size of lead. Again, the softer you go, the higher you go on the B side, the softer the lead. The higher you go on the H side, the harder the lead. so they grade the same way. It's just that you take the barrel of lead and put it into the pencil. And you don't use a sharpener with these, you use a lead pointer. So it's this contraption, and you put the lead in and then just spin it around, and there's a kind of like a rotor in there that actually takes off the graphite from the piece of lead. Other tools that you can use: blending stump. They come in a variety of sizes, but blending stumps are good for blending and getting smooth tonalities. And when these get messed up enough and dirty enough, you can actually draw with them as well. So they're a good all-around tool. The dirtier they are, the better they are. Thusly. And there's one more actual tool that you wouldn't think of perhaps as a drawing tool. It's something you more think of like it's going to remove your mistakes, and that would be the eraser. This is a block eraser. It's plastic, and they're white. Sometimes they come in pink, but this is not a pink pearl. It's actually a white plastic eraser. And one of the things about this is that you can remove media. The other kind of eraser you buy, it looks like this. It's the kneaded rubber eraser. It's I've never seen it in any other color than gray. But once it's out of its package and you've used it, it starts looking like whatever you want it to look like. And this is basically how you clean it up, but you can see that the options for drawing and removal of media are quite varied. And if you just want to erase a whole area, this will take it out better than this will without smearing. So a kneaded eraser is the one I use most. And then, of course, when it gets all scummy and dirty, you just kind of knead it, and it'll kind of clean itself up. One more thing that you'll need, which is also, I think it's the first thing on your supply list, is a 9x12 sketchbook. And it's not a tool, it's the material, it's the substrate that you'll be working on. 9x12, you can basically stick your hands, both hands on it comfortably. Anything smaller will be probably too small to give you the room that you're going to need to draw. And anything larger, probably if you're scanning, won't sit on the platen of the scanner really well. But 9x12 is a real basic size, slightly larger than a sheet of notebook paper. And I like the spiral bound because you can actually open it out flat like this and use it just as a tablet. Whereas a bound sketchbook, you can't fold it back, so it's a little more unwieldy. Again, the choice of book is up to you. This one is much easier to scan if you're going to be laying your book on the scanner to scan your drawings, which you're going to upload for discussion every week. So that's basically the idea of the tools. And so if you don't have things around at hand, go out and make a few purchases. You will want to get a variety of the graphite pencils, especially the 4B, 6B range, so you can be working with dark media, because a 2B is going to be quite limiting in terms of the darkness that you're going to be able to get.